Hello all, myself Visahar. I have completed MCA. Coming to my experience, after completing my graduation, I was idle for a few months. After a few months, I have decided to get into government sector. So what I did is I joined in one coaching institute and taken complete 1 year to complete my training by by means of a trainer. Um, took My course took around complete 1 year. After completion of my course, simultaneously I joined in test batch in the institute where I did my course. Mm, after completing the course and test batch, immediately I started doing self preparation by my own effort in my home itself, and it goes around few months. After passing the few months of preparation, test batch, and self preparation, what I did is it took several years, and after that I joined as a content maker, which is nothing but question paper maker in one institute, and also worked as a freelancer question paper maker to some faculties and trainers working in several institutes. After getting this question paper content maker preparation experience, I gathered an opportunity, which is nothing but teaching opportunity, trainer cum mentor opportunity in one of a coaching institute, which is nothing but ENPSC coaching institute, and I joined as a trainer, and it took around 1.5 years nearly, I think so. So totally as a content maker and trainer, my total experience is 2 plus years. It's around 2.8 years. I am as a round value. I put 2 plus years of experience. That is what I quoted in experience. So let's get into topic. So today, what the topic we are going to discuss in the sense, due to introduction of railways, what are the social and economic effects which have impacted in different countries of the world? So here we are not going to analyze about our country alone. In this video, we are completely gonna analyze different countries which is in the world on the aspect of socio-economic. In which sector? In the railway sector. So let's get into topic. So here, before getting into topic, I need to tell you all people's one thing. What is in the sense? Here we are going to analyze in each and every department in terms of employment opportunity, in terms of economy. Likewise, several sector and department are having. So we are going to see each and every sector and in departmental wise. Let's get into first topic and first department in the sense economic growth. Okay, what the first point is, railways facilitated movements of goods and people over long distance. Yeah, railways, by means of railways, people can transport and move the goods from long distances to the place. Yeah, it is very, due to introduction of railways only, people can easily move their goods from one place to another, and people can travel long distances safely and with a cheaper cost. These increase the trade absolutely due to the introduction of railways only. Many people trade activities and economic growth have obtained a huge growth rate. That is what I quoted in first point. Point number two is railways is one of the cheaper, and that is what I quoted already. Railways is one of the faster and cheaper transportation of raw material. For transporting raw materials and finished products to the market, people depends railways. Say for example, in your hometown also, you people see the fruit sellers, vegetable sellers, and small street vendors. They have been living in an urban areas. They need to travel rural. They've been staying in rural area and they need to travel urban area to sell their products and finish the goods. So for that purpose, they people also use railways because it is one of the fastest and cheapest mode of transportation than compared to any other transportation. That is what I quoted in second point, which also promote industrialization. Industrialization in the sense, um, completely depending one industry to run their lifetime, or else we can tell to run their lifetime, or to run their business. Likewise, for that, that is what we quoted that is what I quoted here, promoting industrialization. Okay, that is second point. Point number three. Yeah, due to railways, ancillary industries also obtained huge growth. What are those ancillary industries in the sense? Iron and steel, coal mining, manufacture of locomotives. Locomotives in the sense, that is used for many other industries. That is what we quoted. I quoted generally locomotives and railways equipment. Yeah, absolutely. For manufacturing of railways equipments also, ancillary industries only supporting huge and a lot. Next topic, urbanization. What is the? I already told people from rural moving to urban to sell the products or finished goods to increase the trade and to earn something. So here we are going to detailedly see about what the urbanization impacted in due to introduction of railway. How urbanization have impacted. Let's see. Railways play a crucial role. Yeah, railways play a very important role in connecting rural areas to urban area. That is what I quoted already. Yeah, for people who are living in rural area to connecting them into urban area, railways plays a very huge, significant and important role. That is point number one. And then point number two, migration from rural to urban areas, search of employment. Yeah, the see, all of the people may not be stayed or accommodated or living in the urban areas. Peoples in the rural areas also much educated than urban areas. We can tell now because there is no difference between rural and urban areas in terms of education and employment opportunity. So what the rural area people can do now, the rural area people in terms of employment opportunity and to improve and to trade the products and all, they need to travel urban areas to get job and to work, to trade the products like this. So for those purpose, rural area people need to depend and they need to travel into urban centers. That is also by means of migration. So for that purpose, railways, they are using majority of the people using railways because it is one of a faster and cheaper mode of transportation. As I have already discussed in last slide, it is due to faster and cheaper mode of transportation than compared to other transportation. Those people from rural to urban areas are majoritarily using railways only. That also improve the trade and to improve industrialization. Point number three, railways is a hub of economic activity. Hub in the sense it is a junction or center point. Hub in the sense it is a median, like we can tell it as a median or center point for economic activity. Economic activity to depend on the economic for finance and growth. Railways is made as a hub. These lead to the development of urban centers. Yeah, due to introduction of railways only, urban centers and urban towns and cities are developing huge a lot because people from rural selling the products and they are doing their own business in like hotels, supermarkets, so etc etc. There are several other businesses and street vendors, fruit vendors, vegetable sellers, fruit sellers. Those people also from take the products from rural area, raw materials and products from rural area and selling the products in urban centers. For that purpose also, railway station acting as an hub. That is what I quoted. Next topic is social integration. Integration in the sense together or unity, making a union, a unity or connecting, social connectivity we can tell it as. Railway brought different region. Yeah, railway can to making people together from different regions, so different social background and without and cultural exchange. It makes a means of cultural exchange. That is what I quoted in point number one. People from different regions, people from different social backgrounds, and those for those people, railways is very helpful and very beneficial to exchange their cultural and social for to integrate with different peoples and different religions. That for those purpose, it is majorly railways plays a major role and facilitated the movements of goods, informations, and cultural practices. Yeah, movements of goods. Movements of ideas. Movements of ideas in the sense the people from rural are moving to urban to move their for the movement of ideas, for moving their information from one place to another place. Those people are using railways only and cultural practices. So, on being doing these kind of activities, railways are contributing the development of national identity. Yeah, it plays a major role in the terms of national identity because nation get several identity in terms of several factors like information, trade. So for those all purposes, railways plays a crucial role. I can tell it as. Next, point number three, railway travel become more accessible to the people. Yeah, people are accessing railways some more efficient way and it is more accessible to all people from various socio-economic background. Wherever the people may be, which background and wherever they may be, rail travel is more accessible and it is a very good and beneficial way of transportation and also it's very good for accessing that is what I quoted, more accessible, reducing social barrier to mobility. Social barriers in the sense, um, what we can tell drawbacks or else we can tell distractions, we can tell barriers. without any social distraction, people can move from one place to another place with easy accessibility. Uh, Easy accessibility, which is in the sense, which is nothing but railways only. So it's more accessible for many different economic, socio-economic backgrounds. That is what quoted in point number 3. Next, access to market and services. Railway improved access to market for farmers. As I have already told, people from rural background take their products from rural and selling the products in urban cities and towns. Like we can tell vegetable sellers, fruit sellers, majoritarily vegetable and fruit sellers only. We can tell here as major example, and producers in rural area, food products, food related products like dairy products. We can tell they can't depend rural areas to sell the products independently because they should need to go urban areas or urban cities and towns or urban centers to sell the product to make a huge profit because in rural area in rural area the population is very low and all the rural people have their own land. They can cultivate the food products and all they can make beneficial through that, but the peoples in urban centers and cities they haven't have a proper land area to grow the vegetable products, food products. So those people should need to depend rural peoples only. So in that mode, railways are one of the improved access to market. Yeah, for those people in rural, railways have become a improved access to market, especially for farmers. I can tell, to sell the dairy products like milk, curd, butter, and to sell the fruits, vegetables to the urban cities and markets. For those purpose, they are accessing railways only. They where they can sell in urban, in the sense urban also have several markets, which is very big markets. So those people in rural also have rural market, but in rural market small, very few peoples only come and buy, but in peoples in urban has huge population, and also urban is connecting to rural and urban. In urban areas the people are from rural area and urban area all will come to urban areas to to access the products and to make beneficial. So that is what I quoted in point number 1. Point number 2, access to essential services such as healthcare. So say for example, people from rural areas need to access urban centers only for the main purpose of health. Hospitals for multi-speciality and specialty hospital, and for big hospital for major things and all, the people from rural, wherever the rural area they may be, they are mandatorily need to depend urban centers for hospital purpose and education purpose. Say for example, I suppose need not to tell this, but I should need to tell this. What is in the sense, the education center, take for example education center, big and branded popular education centers are there in urban centers and urban cities and towns only. Those are not in rural area. So for education, for doing graduation in good college, for doing schooling in good schools, surely rural people should need to depend urban centers only. So for those purpose also, railways is act as a connecting part to remote area peoples, where all services are being available in urban centers, cities, and towns. We can tell it as okay. As you all people know, urban areas, cities, and towns only have major multi-specialty hospitals, specialty hospital, every equipments and facility available hospitals, and education, taking education sector, best popular branded schoolings and colleges, universities, everything will be available in urban only. So those from rural, railways acting as a connecting part, also connecting hub, we can tell, to access all the essential services and essential needs also, we can tell. Point number 3. Next, point number 3, railway station become centers of commercial activity. Yeah, railway station has become a center of commercial activity. As I have already told, the people from rural and people from urban, all those peoples come to urban markets and urban cities and towns only to sell their products. So urban, so it acts as a railway. So railway stations become a center for commercial activity. For commercial activity purpose, railway station act as a center, median, or hub for all those people to host their markets, to host their shop, to sell their essential goods and services, to sell their goods and services, goods and to give the services. For those all purposes, railway station act as a major part. This plays a crucial role. Yeah, in means of employment opportunity also. As I have already told this also, the rural area doesn't have popular branded and very famed education institution. So what the peoples from urban area, rural area do, the rural area people travel to urban cities or towns to access those all services. So here, in terms of employment also, the employment opportunities is huge available in urban cities and towns only. So those from rural areas take train to access to gain their employment opportunity, like people for engineers, construction worker, train driver, station staff, maintenance worker. So those all people, railway providing a employment opportunity for engineer. What is the job for engineers in railway? After the what is the job for engineer after the introduction of railways? In the sense, railways have assistant engineer, AE, JE also having to maintain and monitor the goods. Sorry, not goods, to maintain and monitor the trains and so many things having for works having for engineers. Construction worker for constructing platform and constructing proper land to connect, that is for construction worker. Train drivers, yeah, for train drivers, railway station, for train drivers, railway station and trains providing employment opportunity. Station staff for several activities like monitoring, ticket giving, many jobs, many operations they will perform. And maintenance worker like service, they can give some service and maintain the railway station clean and neat manner. For those peoples and all, railways providing a employment opportunity that is huge beneficial to those peoples on the introduction, after the introduction of the railways. That is what I quoted in first point. Next, going to point number two, railways stimulated the growth of related industry. Yes, the related industry which depends on railways, these thus, railways stimulate the growth of related industry also, and also not only industries, services also these are providing to related industry. With further job creation, also this provides a job creation to several sectors like manufacturing, hospitality, and retail. Retail in the sense shops, hospitality in the sense like receptionists and front office likewise. uh, for those persons also, railways providing an employment opportunity. Manufacturing sector like railway blanket and towels, and for making railway foods, for giving foods to passengers traveling in trains. For those peoples and all, comes under manufacturing. For those all peoples, railways is a major important thing which provides employment opportunity to those kind of peoples. That is what I quoted second point. Next, environmental impact. Absolutely, environmental got huge impact because of introduction of the railways. What is in the sense, more efficient mode of transportation. So compared to other mode of transportation like two-wheeler, cars, autos, railways is one of a efficient mode of transportation. Why and how I was telling in the sense, because it doesn't give much pollution. It is pollution less and also cheaper and faster mode of transportation. That is what I quoted in first point. Second point, construction of railway. For constructing of railways, it needs significant land clearance. After clearing a certain area of land only, railway station and railway platform has been constructed. It needs natural landscape and need to clear the land area and need to allocate separate land area which need to connect all the areas as which act as a bypass, which is act as a bypassing area likewise. So natural landscape and also land clearance also very important. And for constructing railway station, the land need to fragmented. Why? In the sense they need to separate the land in the terms of fragment, to allot several platforms and to allot several blocks of the buildings. That is what I quoted in point number two. Railway contributed pollution. Also, railway also is a polluting. How in the sense, burning of coal can emit pollution. But what is the purpose of burning of coal? In the sense, for making steam engine, coal, the people may burn coal. This may contribute to pollution, but it is not much polluted than compared to other modes of transportation. It is one of the environmental friendly pollution. So that is what I quoted here, fuel efficient. It is one of the fuel efficient mode of transportation than compared to other modes. Regional development. Yeah. After constructing of railway station, the region around that area and nearby that area got developed a huge and a lot. The region nearby railway station and each region across railway station have developed a major role. Why? In the sense, the land rate and value of the land near railways and across the railway station has become huge and very much improved because it is on because railway station is very near to that land and railway station is easily accessible in that land area. So in terms of those kind of things, um, we can tell that land plays a crucial role in regional development. For connect for making railway station and railway lines and junction, the determination of the land and location of that land area is very important for constructing those railway stations and junctions. Determining and allocating the land location is very important, and land near and across those railway station and junction is very valuable and very expansive. So in terms of that, it plays a crucial role. That is what in point number one. And point number two, bypassing other area, many area bypassing railway station. How the people can make railway station and railway junction in the sense which has been accessible to all peoples in the cities and in the towns and people's nearby cities and towns and urban areas. For those all people's, railway station and junction should need to be easily accessible. In terms of those kind of activities only, the government may construct railway station. That is what I quoted here, bypassing others in the sense other area. So disparities in economic activity, access to transportation infrastructure. In all the modes of accessing to transportation infrastructure, the railway station and railway junction should need to be constructed by our government and by means of our central government. That is what I quoted in point number two. Next, last thing, point number eight, political impact. Everything, whatever the sector and wherever the sector, whatever the department it may be, there is one of the thing which comes under political. So here, how the railway have impacted in political effects in the sense, to constructing railway station or railway junction, the private and to making the railway routes and railway stations and making railway lands, the permission and allotment from government, allotment of areas and transport to get transportation rule, we need to people surely people should need to depend some private companies or private organizations, whether it may be two organization or 10 organization, whatever it may be, but the government should mandatorily need to depend some private companies to get a partnership and to get tie up to do those projects, because every work of like construction and manufacturing and to making railway lands, that everything may not be done by governments itself alone. So on the support of other private companies or private institution also, this had been made very successful. That is what I quoted here. Strat- Strategic transportation rules. Strategic in the sense, organized and structured way transportation. To making organized and structured way of transportation, the support from private companies like L&T, say for example like L&T. I am not quoting L&T alone. There are many other companies. Specifically, I am quoting here L&T for to get the support and to get the guidance or to make the financial assistance to make the project successfully completed. For those purpose and all, politician and political peoples may depend on private companies to make profit. And also one thing I need to tell, to making railway transportation route, it plays a major role for constructing and making the map and making a railway transportation landmark. It takes huge months to years to make a strategic plan and to construct. So for those purpose, private company agreement and private company tie-up is very important. That is what I quoted here. Government or private company competitor. I hope it's understood. Next, overall, what I need to tell is, on the introduction of railway, which have shaped our society and our economy in various aspects, various countries, and also various countries, regions, and several part of the peoples, and of different and different sectors, and also our society had become huge development after the introduction of the development. So as a overall, what I need to tell is, after the introduction of railway, which have shaped and strategically made an allotment for development of society and economic activity in various countries and religions. That is what I quoted here. Because these, after the introduction of railway, which have impacted several countries, several regions, socio-economic activity have improved, and society obviously got major development. That is what I quoted here. Not only development, which have been shaped and properly structured, and had made a strategic plan and approach to do their activities. That is what I quoted here. That's it. I hope this content is very helpful, and I hope this is very clear to each and everyone. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. If is there any doubt in the sense, you can leave in comment. You can leave me, and I hope I have completed each and every sectors, and I have covered all the aspects which have impacted after the introduction of the railways. I hope this video is very useful to everyone. Thanks for giving me this opportunity once again. Thank you all.